All right, today we're going to talk about why and how we use sketchbooks. In Ceramics 3, this is the first time that you formally used a sketchbook, and I'm going to walk you through some of the reasons why we use the sketchbook. So there's lots of reasons. The purpose is to make you really look harder at things, to use your imagination and explore ideas and techniques that interest, challenge, and stimulate you. You should ask yourself questions. You should draw variations on your ideas. Don't just go with your very first idea. And you need to research other artists' approaches to the questions. In each assignment, I'll specifically give you an artist to look at, but you can look at other artists besides that specific one. It's a safe place to experiment. You're not being graded on how great your drawings are. You don't need to tear out pages or scribble things out. You can just turn the page and start over, draw an arrow. It's okay to make mistakes. Your sketchbook is a safe place. You can explore different media, different ideas and techniques. It's not meant to be a finished work of art. Try markers, ink, colored pencils, anything that you want. Students often ask me if their sketchbooks have to be done in color. It's not required, but I'd like to see you experiment and try out what different things look like in color. So it's a good idea, although not required. Develop ideas. The first time you do something is not going to be your best one. You can always come back to your first idea, but you want to delve deeper into it, think creatively, solve the problems. Remember when you first started in Ceramics 1, I let you change your idea all the time because you really had no idea what to expect. Now you do have an idea what to expect. You know how the clay is going to act. So I want you to try to ask yourself those questions before you begin and work through those problems before you start on your finished piece. In your sketchbook, you should show variations of your first idea. This is also a place for you to stockpile your ideas. This is where you should be dreaming, daydreaming, working through ideas. Keep all your drawings in one place. Your formal sketchbook assignments have to be done in a specific format that we'll discuss in a moment, but you should always be dreaming and keeping your ideas in your sketchbook. You never know when you're going to be able to use one of these ideas later on down the road. So you do have specific assignments for your sketchbook. These are just jumping off points. You can develop your own ideas on additional pages. Don't be afraid to go off on a tangent. You like one of your ideas, turn the page and develop that idea. If the assignment is human nature metamorphosis, but you're fascinated with the pattern of butterfly wings, then you can start a whole page just on butterfly ring. You don't have to finish anything, and this whole sketchbook should not be finished in one day. This is where you're going to develop ideas over time. The blank page and freedom of personal sketchbook can be overwhelming, so here are some formal things that you must include in each formal entry. Remember, you're going to have doodling pages, personal pages, in addition to these formal entries. You'll need 5 sentences. This is usually where I start with questions. Ask yourself questions like you're talking to the teacher. Could I do this on the wheel? Where could I find butterfly ideas? Would the wire tool be cool for this? You're asking yourself questions as you are brainstorming. You can have in one of your sections, you can have 5 sentences or 5 questions. You need at least 2 pictures. Really, 2 pictures is not enough, but this is where you need to start. You can draw your pictures, you can cut them out of magazines, you can print them off the internet and cut and paste them. And I have stick glue up on my desk if you need to borrow it. You want to make sure that your sketchbook is divided into 5 sections. You're going to open up your sketchbook and use both pages at the same time. It doesn't matter how you break it up. You could do it differently each time. In one section, you're going to have your questions. In one section, you're going to have the title of the assignment. You don't have to do this for your personal explorations, but I have found that it works great for me to help me organize my ideas. Remember, your sketchbook is going to develop over time. Don't work on your sketchbook and think that you're done in one day. Return to the same entry, and you might have 6 different entries going at one time. That's okay. Whatever you feel like working on that day, that's what you should work on. Don't try to force it. If you're not feeling a drawing one day, turn the page and start on a different one. Have fun. It's my hope that you're going to keep a sketchbook will be fun for you, and I don't want it to be stressful. Anything with a deadline can be stressful, so you'll have personal entries as well as the formal entries that you're graded on. And it's fun to look back over an entire year to see what you were thinking about. This becomes a visual diary. I hope you have fun with your sketchbook. You can look at the rubric so you can see specifically how your formal entries will be graded. But remember, it's going to be a mix of formal entries and your personal journey in developing your ideas for your artwork, and perhaps a personal journal as well.